And the Clippers starting five. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Morris in at the 4 spot. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here is Holiday. Giannis passes to Lopez. 5 on the clock. Here's DiVincenzo. Lobbed up there for Lopez. And in this one, Brent, terrific talent on both sides. Everyone getting their popcorn ready.
Yeah, lots of people tuning into this one, Kevin. And, regular season games, there's always talk about, it's another game. This is not another game. This is prime time.
George finds Morris. Now here's Leonard. Back to Morris. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Holiday dishes to Giannis. That's good from Holiday on the assist by Antetokounmpo.
Well, he could just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
Passes it to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Middleton can't get it to go. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. Over Middleton. Los Angeles with another miss. Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Off target from 3-point range. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Jackson from long range. A rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
The 3 from George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Hits it down to Middleton. Here's DiVincenzo. That one off the back iron and out. The Clippers have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. George finds Leonard. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
It's the 3-point bomb.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 5. Here's Lopez. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. Lopez, no luck. Here we go, one-on-one. Leonard, no luck.
Well, he's just really struggling right now, and with everything he's throwing up, nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Cousins against DiVincenzo. Kick out to Giannis. Feeds it to Holiday. Back to Giannis. Beyond the arc. And Holiday is good for 3. Holiday's got 8.
Now, Drew Holiday can make enough threes to make your defense nervous.
Jackson passes to George. And George with the stuff.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now here is Holiday. He's got 8. Middleton on the wing. The pass to DiVincenzo. Holiday with it. Pass to DiVincenzo. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And Los Angeles with some changes. Clippers trail by 5. Beverly deciding where to go with it. 15 seconds left here in the opening quarter. To the middle. It's stolen by T. Now the Bucks moving it up. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bucks lead by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
So for the Clippers right now, Luke Kennard out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's man in at the 3 spot.
How about Jrue Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Inside, Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here is Forbes. Tucker finds Holiday. Yep, that one goes in there. Holiday's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Morris passes to Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. The three-pointer no good. Bucks leading by 6. And Forbes kicks it to Tucker. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. No good from outside. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Morris, no good. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Now here's Tucker, still looking for his first bucket in this one. To the paint. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Tucker's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bucks. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's man. Shot from the low block. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Back to Tucker. Takes a 3. The Bucks keep it going. A new 14-second clock. Here's Kennard. Plays it up and banks it in.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks. 6-point lead. He kicks it to Tucker. Down low. Fast break. Here we go. And Morris throws it down.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 10. Outside Portis. Shoots over Zubac. That misses off the backboard. Clippers trail by 4. The drive by Rondo. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Bucks have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Tucker. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup. It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Outside Holiday. for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Drew's got such a great build. 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
Now, here's Kennard. To the inside. Zubac's the pass to Kennard. Kicks it to Rondo. Morris, left side. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now Holiday, he's got 12. It's stolen by Morris. Now the Clippers moving it up. Rondo passes to Mann. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Up in time. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game. What a game it's been for Drew Holiday. He had 12 points, 2 assists. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Teague out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half.
Oh, no. Just don't let him get his feet set. Leonard has become a deadeye on the catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Now here's Teague. And the rejection by Cousins. Here's Zubac. And the rejection by Giannis. The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Now, here's George. And it's Jeff Teague with the rebound.
The 3rd quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Antetokounmpo, no good. The Clippers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Count it, and the foul. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Now, the early years when Paul George came into the league with the Pacers, you wondered how his frame would fill out. It's filled out nicely.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line.
Now here's Teague. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Now the feed to Giannis. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
George against DiVincenzo. Poked away, and there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. Drew Holiday is checked in for the Bucks. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Morris is checked in. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Leonard against Middleton. Leonard the pass to Cousins. Pass to Morris. Jackson. Morris trying to free himself up. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Holiday finds DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Deflects the pass. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Antetokounmpo. It doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will come the other way.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. The Clippers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
You think about how quickly it was that Kawhi Leonard just rocketed into superstardom. And as a leader of a very proud franchise, if you're a coach, he's everything you'd maybe want in a player.
And last season, Marcus Morris's name, one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason. A year ago, a lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
See the way Giannis kept going and kept his eye on the basket? That helped.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's George. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Kick out to Giannis. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. George looking around. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Well, the muscle of Antetokounmpo is impressive. He's just destroying the defense right now.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks. Bryn Forbes comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And then for the Clippers, Mann's checked in, and it's Kennard in for George. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And Tucker kicks to Middleton. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. And that one's good. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Now here's Giannis. 6 points for him. Down low. And here comes Leonard, leading the fast break. Launches it. He can't get that one. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Clippers lead by 2. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So for the Clippers right now, Patrick Beverly out there with Kennard. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Zubac in at the power forward position. The kick out to T. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Clippers in the lead. Kennard on the wing. Picked him clean. Pushing it up. Here's Connaughton. And there's the lay-in. Connaughton's got it all tied up now for Milwaukee.
And it's official. They have come all the way back. At one point, this thing seemed to be out of reach.
This is a testament to this team's fortitude, never giving up. Folks, we've got a new ball game.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
There's something about Beverly. He seems to be one of the point guards who enjoys the physical contact out there, always looking for something.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Outside Teague. The rebound by Ibaka. The Clippers shooting under 40% all in all for the game. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And the three off target. Portis drives in. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Teague dishes to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Portis. Releases from 15. Tries again. And Tucker has it in the corner. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And it's the Clippers with the ball. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. Teague against Beverly. He feeds it to Ibaka. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Antetokounmpo passes to Portis. And he makes good on the layup.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Now, here is Morris. And here's George for 3. The rebound by Middleton. Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And it's good, 2 points. And that'll tie this game up.
So exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
George dishes to Jackson. And it's George finishing it off.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up, huge shot at this moment in the game.
Middleton on the wing. And there's the pass to Antetokounmpo. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter of this one. 6 to shoot. And it's Holiday at the elbow. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jackson passes to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
And how about Cousins stepping up? A little leadership role here down the stretch.
Bucks trail by 4. Outside Holiday. This one for 3. Middleton misses the follow-up. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Outside George, stolen by Middleton. Giannis drives in.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Pass to George. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively. Man, the score being this close, you have to retain possession of the ball. You just can't give it away like that.
Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Morris kicks to Jackson. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Bucks on defense. Left side, Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Oh, wow, unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 2. Just 4 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Marcus Morris.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. There below is Barkley. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. And for the Nets, Harden out there with Irving. Then there's Harris. And it's Durant. And it's Griffin in at the center, filling out the middle. DiVincenzo against Irving. Durant kicks to Irving. Harden has a wide open look. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Indoors tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game, so let's see how this plays out.
A shot by Holiday, nobody around. Misses the 3. Harden finds Irving. KD on the wing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Harden outside. Back to Harris. Clock at 6. Pass to Harden. Over Holiday. Harden, no good.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo. Up and in on the layup.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now here's Harden. Outside Durant. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And they're pushing it up. Here's DiVincenzo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Both good from the line that time. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. Passes it to Irving. Back to Harden. Pass to Griffin. Harden against Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Here's Irving. Rebounded by the Bucks. Fast break, Milwaukee. Harden against DiVincenzo. From down in the low post, it goes. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harden the pass to Durant. Durant drawing the double team. The 3 from Harden. The three-pointer is right on target. Harden's got 6.
Listen, this guy is far from just a scorer. Kevin Durant loves to share the basketball.
And the pass to Middleton. Shoots the 3. Doesn't go for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's Durant. Banked in off the glass.
Well, this is the court awareness that Joe Harris gives you. He is so skilled at realizing how to give his teammates an open look.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Back to Giannis. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Harden finds Griffin. Pocket 6. And Griffin slams it in.
Hammering it home. Griffin making use of that athleticism and size. That combination makes him such an offensive threat.
Now here is Holiday. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. He gets that one. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here is Harden following the basket by Giannis. Durant kicks to Harris. KD passes to Irving. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
You guys know it's pick your poison when you are trying to cover Kyrie out of the pick and roll.
Holiday looking for an opening. 17-foot shot on the way. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Outside Durant fires the three. And Lopez pulls it down. Milwaukee is gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Giannis. The shot by Middleton, wide open. No good on the triple. Nobody near Irving. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Milwaukee on. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
We've got Harden. Brown out there with Green, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. The 3 from Harden. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Forbes. That 3 off the mark. And so Green will bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 1. Brown the pass to Claxton. And the shot goes in. Claxton's got his first basket.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Harden. He has 6. From deep three-point range. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Here's Connaughton. It's deflected. Brown outside. Claxton the pass to Harden. Good.
And I love seeing Harden getting room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Middleton outside. It's hauled in by Brown.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Claxton. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Now it's a 3-point Nets lead.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Forbes dishes to Tucker. For 3, Middleton. And the Bucks miss again.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Chalk up 2 there. Claxton's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Up top, Portis. Passes to Nwora. Right side, Portis. Out to the right wing. T. It's stolen by Green. And stolen by Portis. Got a hand on it. Here's Tucker. Right side, Portis. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Kept alive. Pass to Nwora. Here is Forbes. 6 on the shot clock. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. The putback. Portis kicks to Forbes. Tries yet again. Portis. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Brooklyn leading by 3. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. There's the lob to the hoop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Right side Teague, inside. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Jeff Green. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Bruce Brown. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Bryn Forbes. Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Dinwiddie passes to Johnson. Now Harris. Antetokounmpo defending. The three. Jordan trying to free himself up. It's good on the putback.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. 30 seconds left in the first half. And it's slammed in by Teague.
How about the little man's ability to get up? What a vertical by Jeff Teague.
Brooklyn leading by 3. Johnson finds Durant. "11 seconds left to play here in the half. Open jump shot off the mark. Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Jordan. KD's got 5 points so far. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good action during the period. And that'll do it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the small 4. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Jordan's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn.
How many times have we seen DeAndre Jordan take it off the window and convert? Boy, he is so good.
Here's Antetokounmpo, trying to get open as Lopez. Rebounded by the Nets.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now here is Holiday. A putback, and Antetokounmpo on the follow.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Here's Irving, and the shot goes in. And the Nets lead by 5.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Outside Holiday. On the wing, DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Durant. Nets leading by 5. To the paint. Out to Harris. Fires from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Harris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
We all know Joe Harris is a dead-eye shooter from distance who helps space the floor. What a look.
Giannis inside. KD's on him. Holiday dishes to Giannis. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Well, DJ, twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here.
Irving kicks to Durant. Craig, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that ability to play in space is so vital.
And stolen by DiVincenzo. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Irving against DiVincenzo. Irving passes to Durant. To the middle. Here's Jordan out to KD. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Holiday. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists now in this one. DiVincenzo against Irving. It's Jordan on the wing. Durant dishes to Jordan. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Here's DiVincenzo. And it's sent back by Irving.
Boy, Kyrie Irving becoming a better and better defender over time. Nice block right there.
Antetokounmpo lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Now just a 2-point Brooklyn lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Now Irving. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And a lot of attention on Antetokounmpo's offense, but don't sleep on the D. He can defend every part of the court and does it with intensity.
The 3 from Harden. He can't get that one to fall. Here's Teague. Off on that one. And we just finished the third quarter, and we got a tight ball game here. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Green. He's out there with Griffin. Brown out there with Harden. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Teague. Griffin with some nice D. Dinwiddie attacking. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Portis with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Teague can't hit. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. They've led by as much as 10. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Griffin heading to the hoop. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And that's a nice job defensively from Harden. I mean, he's capable of these kinds of plays when the guy is engaged and active.
Here's Connaughton. It's Portis, high post. Wide open look. And the Bucks miss again.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others. Teague,
the pass to Portis. Teague against Harden. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Portis.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Now, here is Harden. From deep. The long-distance three is buried.
I mean, there's just no limit to Harden's range. Even from way downtown, this guy is a threat to score.
Here's Teague. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Nets leading by 9. Down low, and the dunk by Brown.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Here's Tucker. After the basket by Brooklyn. To the inside. Here's Portis. Back to Tucker. 5 to shoot. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 4th rebound in this one. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. Joe Harris comes in for Bruce Brown. And Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. Now, here is Irving. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Nets lead by 14. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
To the paint. Giannis high post. Harden against Holiday. And to Tacumbo. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Brooklyn leading by 14. Harden outside. There's the pass to Claxton. Harris inside the line. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Bucks trail by 14.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nets.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Harden can't hit.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it down to Middleton. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Irving. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap.
Presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players final. So the next starting five. We've got Irving. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden. And it's Griffin in at the center. And for Los Angeles, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cousins in at the 5 spot. Harden finds Durant. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
A nice shot by George.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range scorer.
Now here's Harden. Pass to Irving. Harden surveying the D. Tipped away. Paul George with the steal. Pass to Leonard. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Back to Harden. Inside. Nets passing it around. Shot clock at 5. Now the Clippers with it. Passes it to Cousins. Back to George. He kicks to Jackson. Here's the 3. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And it's Irving missing. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Morris, left side. Back to George. The dish now to Leonard. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the 3-ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jumper.
Now here's Durant. Harden kicks to KD to end the run. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
You know what the result's going to be when Durant makes a move to the bucket like that. Just a matter of how hard is he going to throw it down.
George against Irving. A nice shot by George.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is Harden. It's rebounded by Leonard. George against Irving. And George, here we go. Right side Jackson. Here's Cousins. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Clippers have possession. And here's Los Angeles. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Here's Cousins. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Nets trail by 8. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
So, for the Clippers, Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Cousins. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Harris. Good on the shot.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Dinwiddie after the basket by Los Angeles. Left side, Jordan. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. On the clock. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Now the pass to Zubac. Here's Mann. Pass to Kennard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Here now is Dinwiddie. And that one, good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Kennard for 3. And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. That's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in at the 3 spot. And it's blocked by Jordan.
When Jordan comes to deny a shot, his size and reach give him a big advantage.
Left side, Brown. Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Dinwiddie. 6 to shoot. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from DeAndre Jordan.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Now here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Zubac with it, defended by Dinwiddie. Out to Ibaka. From deep. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Nets trail by 4.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
Zubac, the best of man. And it's blocked by Jordan. Beverly against Dinwiddie. Puts it up. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Dinwiddie. Jordan's got the game tied up here for the Nets. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Here's Beverly following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Back to Beverly. Pass to Zubac. Puts the move on. Can't hit that one. Jordan with some nice D. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Now here's Harden. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Feeds it to Jackson. That one drops for him.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Harden against Jackson. Harden dishes to Griffin. Three-pointer. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Harden outside. He feeds it to KD. Shot clock at 6. Over Jackson. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
When you've got the kind of game and shot Durant has, you don't lack for confidence. He is ready to catch and fire whenever he gets the opportunity.
Now, here's George. And Cousins kicks to George. And he lays it straight in. George has got 6 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Jackson against Harden to the inside. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Man, Durant is a flat-out baller, showing off his wily strength on these tough finishes. He's a thin guy, but he's a strong guy.
For Brooklyn, they had gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. He dishes it to Cousins. From 12 feet out. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Al Harden. No points in the game yet for him. From past the arc. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Here's Leonard. And that would have counted, but his shot was, and some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope the Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 1. Kenny, what was your... And...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
So for Brooklyn now, they've got Harris, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Griffin, and it's Durant in at the 4 spot. Durant with a wide open look. There's 3-pointers off the mark. Clippers leading by 3. Cousins the pass to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. One-on-one fast break. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Kyrie never backs off on the defensive end. Always scrapping and hustling.
George with the ball. And Griffin picks him up defensively. Passes it to Cousins. Back to George. Dishes to Cousins. Misses in close.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Los Angeles. The drive by Jackson and the dunk by Jackson.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
And Harden launches it from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Harden's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
And how about the confidence to pull up from out there, and what skill to knock it down.
To the paint, and Cousins throws it down.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Harden against Jackson. Harden dishes to Harris. The pass to Durant. Count that bucket.
Boy, that in-between game of Durant's is deadly. Give him this shot, and you'll regret it.
Harden against George. Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists in the game.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now, here is Harden, and the Nets another 3.
And Harden has the ultimate green light. I mean, it's uber green, including launching from outside of the state.
Here's George. They trail by 1. With the putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Morris has got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Harden finds Griffin. 1:58 left in the third. Harden outside. No good with the triple. Clippers have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. George, no good. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 with a 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Right side, Durant. Back to Griffin. Harris outside. Jackson against Harden from outside the arc. Another miss by Harden. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Jackson against Harden. Pass to Cousins. There's the dish to Morris. And Leonard has it in the corner. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris kicks to Leonard. 14 feet away. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jeff Green is checked in for Griffin. Brown comes in for Joe Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Irving can't get it to go.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Beverly for three. Here's Ibaka. Makes it off the glass. Ibaka's got his second basket of the game.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees a teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Brown wide open. He fires. And the Nets miss again.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Kennard for three. The three ball. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Nets trail by 6. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Clippers.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Now, here is Ibaka. Pass to man. Back to Ibaka. That one falls.
All that practice on the positioning and timing of the catch and shoot, paying huge dividends for Ibaka.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 6. Out left to the wing. Passes to Claxton. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist in this one. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Beverly. Another shot over to the wing. The pass to man. Back to Beverly. Second chance shot. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. To the middle. Stolen by Beverly. Now the Clippers moving it up. And he gets it to go.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
It's the Nets now after the basket by Los Angeles.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Serge Ibaka. Paul George, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Boy, George has major hops. I mean, this guy just gets up big time for these throwdowns.
From deep, Harden. Griffin, and Griffin stays with it.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Here's George, following the basket by Blake Griffin. Outside for George. Back to Cousins. Outside Jackson. Lets it go with the three. Not going to go that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Griffin passes to KD. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Los Angeles leading by 6. George with the ball. Picked up by Harris. George against Harris. Down low. And Morris throws it down.
I'll tell you what, George has gotten very good in the pick and roll. Actually pretty deceptive when he's running the pick and roll. When you anticipate him pulling up for the shot, he'll take the defense by surprise with the slick pass to an open teammate.
Here is Harden after the Clippers pick up 2. No good. Shot missing.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Jackson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jackson's got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle. And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Count it. Good. And now it's a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Los Angeles.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Paul George.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team. I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Nailed from three-point land.
You know, he's a good guy to have running that particular set. I mean, Durant is not a guy who makes a lot of mistakes in the pick and roll.
And George, here we go. Morris inside. But 3, it's off. And so Los Angeles takes the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Now here is Holiday, and the dunk by Lopez.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends to happen. Holiday staying very patient, waiting for someone to break free.
Here's George, stolen by Middleton, and up the court come the Bucks on the break.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Here's Leonard. To the middle. Lopez with the steal. The Bucks working the ball around. The 19-foot shot. DiVincenzo with it. George picks him up. And stolen by Cousins. Morris dishes to Cousins. Back to Morris. George from deep three-point land. No good on the 3. And the Bucks with possession. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. And a miss there on the triple.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
And here's Leonard from 3. The rebound by the Bucks.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Hey guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to see. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Los Angeles shooting their first foul shot of the game. And the technical free throw is good. And here is Los Angeles now. They trail by 7.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
Holiday, no one around him. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Leonard kicks to George. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubats is checked in, and Milwaukee with a change here too. Forbes checked in.
In a funk this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Stolen by Jackson. Here's George. Forbes with the rebound.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And the turnover again by Milwaukee.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Man's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Leonard, the pass to man. Inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good points. Now, here's George after the miss from Bobby Portis.
He has a deadly combination of length and skill. Paul can beat the defense time and time again.
Teague against Beverly. Pass to Tucker. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Beverly feeling it out a bit. The pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Out to Morris. Rocket 2. Off target from outside.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
And here is Teague. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Off target at the rim. And so the first quarter is in the books. Bucks lead by 4. We'll be back. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say about all part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Ivica Zubac is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Paul George. And it's Kennard in at the shooting guard position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Now, here's Kennard. Zubac kicks to George. Pass to Cousins. Shot clock at 3. Releases. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from George.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
And the wide-open shot from DiVincenzo. Off target with his 3. And so here are the Clippers. Outside for George. Knocks down the 3 ball. George has got 7 points in the game.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
Fords the pass to DiVincenzo. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Cousins dishes to George. Back to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
We know about George's ability as a scorer, but he's also unselfish and a skilled playmaker.
DiVincenzo against George. DiVincenzo kicks to Portis. The putback. It's good on the putback. DiVincenzo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they are attacking the rim
and getting great results.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look for the Clippers. Baca comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Paul George. And then for Milwaukee, Antetokounmpo's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Teague in for Bryn Forbes. Now here's Leonard. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And it's the Bucks on the break. Antetokounmpo running.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Here's Connaughton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside Portis. Teague against Kennard. Here's Tucker. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Now it's a 5-point Bucks lead.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Portis against Cousins. Outside Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Pass to Kennard. Over onto Antetokounmpo. The shot's good from Kennard.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
41 seconds left in the first half of the game. Portis. Nice D from Cousins.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Teague surveying the D. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Leonard. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Now Tucker. It could go. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At one stretch in the opening period, they've...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. Now, here's Kennard. Ibaka finds Kennard. Leonard with the ball. For the tie. Giannis grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 7 rebounds in the game. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way. Back
to Beverly. Up top, Leonard. Antetokounmpo defending. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to just one on the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the deck.
Now here is Holiday. Right side, Antetokounmpo. A three for DiVincenzo. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. LA's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Nobody near Leonard. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Leonard's got the lead up to one now for the Clippers. Holiday against Beverly. Holiday, the pass to Middleton. On the wing, Holiday. To the paint. Here's Giannis. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now, here's Kennard. Ibaka, this is to Batum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Georgia subbed in for Luke Kennard. Now here is Holiday. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Here's George. He has 7. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Zubac is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. We've got 1:55 left in the third. 4 on the shot clock. And George gets it to go.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
Holiday with it. Pass to Giannis. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. The shot, no good. And George, here we go. And they take the lead. George has got 11 points.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
And Holiday kicks to Giannis. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Now, here's George. 11 points in the game. Launches a 3, and Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Holiday finds Middleton. 32 seconds left here in the third quarter. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Bucks lead by 2. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Dishes it to Batum. Back to Jackson. Now the pass to Batum. To the inside. Morris lays it up off the glass. He's got 5.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
And here's Holiday. Off the mark. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And when we return... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got Morris. Reggie Jackson out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Count that one. Portis has got his first bucket in this one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Rajon Rondo. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Teague in for Drew Holiday.
Driving with a purpose. Leonard shakes off the hit, maintains focus, count it.
Teague, the pass to Connaughton. Now Portis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Speaking of Bobby Portis, he's going to fight, he's going to scrap, he's going to give you maximum effort every night.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Los Angeles. The Clippers trail. George looking around. And he comes up with the deuce.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Passes it to Connaughton. Outside Portis. He dishes it to T. Back to Portis. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 6 points for Bobby Portis.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
They can get back in front with some points right here.
Yeah, they got behind, but really hung in there and didn't let the score get out of hand.
Now, here's George. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Here's Teague. Outside Portis. Inside. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. That's good from Teague on the assist by Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks lead by 2. The Clippers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's George, and he slams it down right on top of Bobby Portis.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Teague against Jackson. Right side Teague. Outside Portis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Bobby Portis doesn't mind a physical game. He takes it and he dishes it out.
And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton comes in for Antetokounmpo. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Jeff Teague. Kicks it out to Leonard. The dish to Ibaka. Back to Leonard to take the lead. The rebound by Middleton.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Fires for 3. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone an outstanding 4 or 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Kicks it out to Leonard. There's the triple. Laces one from 3.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Now here is Holiday. DiVincenzo finds Giannis. It drops. A huge shot to tie it up.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Jackson passes to Canard. Middleton against Leonard. Ibaka dishes to Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. For Middleton. Count it!
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Jackson against Holiday. Middleton outside for the win. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden. Then there's Griffin. And it's Irving in at the 2 spot. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. Now here's Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Holiday inside the line. Misses off the left iron.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
And GA Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. And I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Well, that's a smart shot by KD. Sizes up the D and then just cashes in.
And here's Holiday. Middleton outside. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Durant. Nobody near Irving. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Yeah, that's the kind of passing that opens up the eyes to Blake Griffin's overall talent.
And the Bucks miss again. Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's KD. He's off on that one. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. For 3, Middleton. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
KD, that's for 2. The rebound by Brook Lopez. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket. And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Now here's Durant. Pass to Irving. From 12 feet out. That's good, and it's KD with the assist.
Nice mid-range, Jay. Automatic, it looks like, for Kyrie Irving right now.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Durant with the steal. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And here's Harris from the arc. The rebound by the Bucks. DiVincenzo kicks to Antetokounmpo, and good that time. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well, but so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Pass to DiVincenzo. Over Irving. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Brooklyn leading by 4. The Nets working the ball around now. Harden can't hit.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Holiday with the 3, and it's Durant with the rebound.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Griffin finds Harris. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Griffin. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting in the early going here. Pretty dreadful, 22%. Back to DiVincenzo. Good D by Irving. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. In the corner, Harden, and that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And then for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Here's Irving. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break basket.
Traps in the tray.
Middleton only takes a second to get that shot off. Such a good catch and shoot game.
Here's Irving. 8 points for him. Another miss by Irving. Now the Bucks moving it up. Now Middleton. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Nets out in front. They lead by 6. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Forbes in at the point. And the Bucks with possession here after the basket by Brooklyn. Tucker the pass to Middleton. Offline with the baseline jumper.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Dinwiddie wide open. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The tray. Middleton can't get it to go. And so Brown will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Dinwiddie kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. And he converts the layup. Luwawu's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Middleton right side. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Middleton, a good scorer, and good scorers can use the pump fake to their advantage.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jeff Green is checked in for Jordan. And James Harden has subbed in for Luwawu. Now, here is Harden. He is still scoreless so far in this one. And there it is for him. And the Nets lead by 11.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Forbes. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And here's Harden for 3. They kick it out to Green. Offensive rebound. Harden outside. Back to Dinwiddie. Just 5 on the clock. Green passes to Claxton. Second shot opportunity. The shot misses. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Portis with it. Picked up by Brown. To the paint. Portis in the post. Back to Connaughton. Here is Forbes. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Forbes can't get it to go. Nets leading by 9. Dinwiddie attacking, and the layup's good off the glass.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
The Bucks have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Jeff Green picks one up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And a look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Tips it, and Griffin stays with it.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Stolen by Harden.
And an offensive master at work. Harden has figured out every way to take advantage of a defense.
Here's Giannis. And the pass to DiVincenzo. Lopez left side. Here's Antetokounmpo in the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
So hard to stop down low. Giannis gets around the basket, and it feels like within 8 feet he's going to dunk just about anything.
A shot by Harden, wide open. Another miss by Harden.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Holiday gets the bucket.
This is how you ruin an opposing team's defense. Holiday runs inside and finds the easy shot there.
Dinwiddie with it. Over to the left wing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 4 on the clock. The deep 3 from Harden. Again, the miss by Harden. A good look from Holiday. And so it's Brooklyn. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 8 points and that'll.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Shutting the floor for the Nets. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Green. Then there's Harris. And it's Griffin in at the 5.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
Lopez. No good on that one. Nice D from Griffin. Brooklyn leading by 9. Let's it fly from 18. And there's Katie. That's good on the assist from Harris.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Holiday, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kevin Durant. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's
the
case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
The kick out to Holiday. Dinwiddie with the steal. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break, and slam dunk by Harris.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Outside Durant. Dinwiddie outside. Griffin kicks to Durant. Takes the 3. The rebound by Holiday. Bucks trail by 11. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Oof. He's had a dismal second half, Kevin. He did a great job getting the ball to his teammates and working it around in the first half, but the second half, not so much.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now here's Irving. He's got 10. Goes up at the stripe. The offensive rebound. And Griffin stays with it. Griffin's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets.
So you can't really afford Blake around the rim, right? You're pretty much guaranteed a highlight every time.
Here's Middleton, and Durant sends it back. Kicks it down to Middleton. Passes to Portis. Goes up again, and it falls over the rim and in.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
Now here's Irving to the middle. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Shot from 16. Rebounded by the Bucks. Portis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Now here's Durant. 6 points for him. And that one drops.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to Tucker. Back to Holiday. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Up again, Griffin. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Middleton. And he drops it in from the low post. Middleton's got 6 points.
Well, at 235 pounds, Middleton is hard to throw off balance, so he can take that contact and still finish through.
The deep 3 from Irving. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Brooklyn in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Bucks trail by 9. Antetokounmpo out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then there's Teague. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And stolen by Jordan. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now here's Teague. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Green. Jordan high post. Lets the three fly, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Jordan. Harden's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets. Here's Connaughton, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. They get it back. Here's Claxton, who's back up. He lays it in.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Now here's Teague. Pass to Connaughton. Lopez dishes to Teague. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Harden scanning the floor.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Here's Connaughton. And taken away by Johnson. Harden outside. From deep. Again, the miss by Harden.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Yep, it counts. Teague's got his first 2 points.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Clock at 6. The three from Harden. Drills it from outside. Harden's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
Now, here's Tucker. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Outside, Green. On the wing, Johnson. Puts up a three. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lopez has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Connaughton, and he banks in the layup.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Harden outside. The pass to Green. Jordan trying to free himself up. They get the rebound. Back to Harden. Passes it to Claxton. Here is Harden. Nets passing it around. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton comes in for Antetokounmpo. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for T. And a new group in for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Durant comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris is checked in for Green. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Johnson. Here's Irving after the basket by Milwaukee. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Holiday. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Harris against Middleton. Harris passes to Harden. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. For 3, Harris. The rebound by the Bucks. Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding of how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Now, here is Harden. So it's the Nets picking up the win. They came in here and took care of business. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. Coming up next. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA and the Clippers starting five. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. And for Brooklyn, They've got Joe Harris. Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. And it's Griffin in at the 5. Cousins. That one, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Durant deciding where to go with it. In the corner, Harden. Pass to KD. Offline with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
George, no good. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Irving with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Out to Harris. Nets passing it around. And stolen by Cousins. George passes to Morris. Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
Well, almost effortless there from Kawhi Leonard. The reach and leaping ability. Look out.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now here's Jackson. Back to George. To the inside. And there's Jackson on the assist by George.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Harden, no good.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
George passes to Morris. It's hauled in by Harris.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Harden, that's good.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Now, here's George. He dishes it to Cousins. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Nets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Harden outside. And Harden with the stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. The 15-footer, and it's Leonard missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Irving can't hit. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. George. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So a franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Now, here's George. Kicks it out to Leonard. No one near him. The putback, and George able to finish. George has got 5 points so far.
You simply have got to respect Paul George's anticipatory skills there. The long body, the quick reactions. What a nice play.
Here's Harris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Off target from outside. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Leonard. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Shooting off the dribble is probably one of the toughest skills in the NBA, but Kawhi has it mastered.
Harris outside. Back to Brown. And there's the pass to Dinwiddie. That one's not going to go. Excellent D there from George. To the paint. Here's Rondo. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Rondo against Dinwiddie. It's stolen by Rondo. And Leonard has it in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. 6 points for him.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Dinwiddie against Rondo. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
29 seconds left to play here in the first. George looking over the floor. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Rondo against Dinwiddie. Pass to Claxton. Good if it goes. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
And always good to see Rondo being active defensively, more than capable of shutting down his man.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for the Clippers right now, Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Zubats in at the 5. Home in the paint. Batum attacking. Ibaka dishes to Batum. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Dinwiddie passes to Brown. Back to Dinwiddie. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Clippers leading by 9. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Connects from three-point range.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Brown against Kennard. Dinwiddie left side.
And that is a shot that Green knocks down consistently. The defense has to try harder to contest him from there.
Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. From downtown, Kennard's shot is off.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
One-on-one here. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Zubats.
Yeah, Patrick Beverley making it easy for his teammate to score.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Pass to Brown. Great D that time from Batum.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Here's Ibaka. That one misses. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Dinwiddie dishes to Brown. Batum with the steal. And Beverley kicks to Ibaka.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. Outside, Green. Here's Claxton, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. To the middle. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Jackson. Morris has got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers. For Brooklyn, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Harden. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Now, here is Irving. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 6 to shoot, and stolen by Cousins. On the wing, Morris. Pass to Kennard. Back to Morris, 16 feet away. Again, the Clippers.
Well, just so good at taking advantage of the mid-range. Marcus Morris feels comfortable in that area.
Harden the pass to Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Feeds to Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
So how do you maximize a possession, get one of your best scorers from point-blank range?
Inside, and stolen by Cousins. Morris against Durant. Here's Cousins. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Harden. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got 8 points.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Kennard finds Morris. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. 6 points for him.
I'll tell you, you have to take pride in finishing through contact. You get the sense Marcus Morris relishes that chance.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. And Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George doesn't show a whole lot of emotion. That's all for now.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Griffin is out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the 2. So that's the Nets 5.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
George with no one around bangs home the trifecta. And the Clippers lead by 18.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
The 3 from Harden. They get it again.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
Now, here is George. He's got 10. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
The shot that time, not on target. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 8 points.
Kawhi Leonard from the restricted area. Turn the lights out.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Jackson against Irving. Harris passes to Griffin. Back to Harris. Nets passing it around. Irving with a clean look. Good on the triple. Irving's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. To the inside. Here's Leonard. Outside for Jackson. Dishes to Cousins. Good. Nice job down low. 9 points here for Cousins.
Boy, aggressive move by DeMarcus Cousins. He'll dish out more punishment than he receives, that's for sure.
From deep, Harden. Keeps it alive, and Griffin stays with it. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Down low. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Cousins. And the Clippers lead by 15.
Boy, that is absolutely gorgeous by DeMarcus Cousins. Run the offense through your big man, and he will find the open man.
Harden, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's George. Here's Morris. And he could not get that one to go. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. Here's Cousins. Following the basket by Blake Griffin. Right side, Rondo. Takes it out to Leonard. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
It's his first trip to the line. Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Irving. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Ibaka for 3. Hands it from downtown. Ibaka's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Brown finds Dinwiddie. And the Nets miss again. Beverly, the pass to Kennard. That 3 off the mark. A shot off that time. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a size of the lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. Back right after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So for the Clippers right now, Kennard is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's man in at the 3. And the foul on Harden. That'll be his second foul of the game. Rondo dishes to Cousins. Outside for Rondo. 6 on the shot clock.
Well, you know Joe Harris comes from one of the great defensive coaches in college basketball. He will play hard on that end.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Jeff Green picks one up, and the first one drops. The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in, and Cousins drops them both. Nets trail by 18. Harden outside. No good on the triple. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. So for the Nets, Green, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Brown. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
Clippers leading by 18. Rondo on top, guarded by Harden. Cousins, good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Cousins has got 4 this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And the 3-ball is good.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Here's Mann. Back to Cousins. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, guys, we know that DeMarcus Cousins can put up huge numbers. He's having one of those nights.
Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. Harden surveying the D. From the arc. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Shoots from 14. Cousins, no good. Nets trail by 19. Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
Boy, Kevin Durant, an absolute nightmare in transition. Combined size, speed, great scoring ability. Look out.
Now here's Rondo. Here's Cousins. There's the pass to Mann. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Clippers making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. And so Green will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Harden outside. Rebound by the Clippers. They led the game at one point by 20.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
I mean, there's just no limit to Harden's range. Even from way downtown, this guy is a threat to score.
Here's Irving. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
And it's Rondo in the corner. Morris, left side. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Mann passes to Ibaka. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
Oh, you love how Ibaka gets a little nasty down on the block. Excellent at putting the defense in a tough spot.
So for the Nets, Blake Griffin comes in for Jordan. And Harris subbed in for Durant.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
One-on-one fast break. Let's go. Hits the front of the rim and out. Nets trail by 16. Out to Harris. Outside, Green. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Here's Harden. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
George double teamed, passes it to Rondo, fires the 3. It's hauled in by Harris. The Nets have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Good on the bucket.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Pass to Mann. He feeds it to Morris. Outside for Rondo. George with the ball. It's stolen by Harris. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. this was an excellent all-around performance for the Clippers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Cousins.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
For the three. Rondo, no good. And the Nets with possession. Down by 12. And the jam by Harden.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
George way outside. Green with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.